Hello everyone, this is a quick tutorial video on how to use SignUpGenius to sign up for volunteer slots for the upcoming Spring Fling. We will also be using SignUpGenius to sign up for other events such as Teacher Appreciation Week. The first thing you'll need to do is go to www.signupgenius.com. The homepage of SignUpGenius.com looks much similar to this. Occasionally the pictures do change, but what's important is to find the magnifying glass at the top right hand corner. Please click on this and it will take you to the next screen. This is the next screen you will see. On the left side it says search for a sign up by sign up creator's email. The current email address associated with the events is jessicacrnp@gmail.com. You'll then need to select the check mark box beside I'm not a robot. Then select search. The next page has a list of all possible open events that are associated with our Corley PTO account at this time. As you can see from this screenshot, the current events are all related to the Spring Fling. Each class has a separate Spring Fling sign up. So please be careful and choose your child's teacher's sign up. You will simply click on their name, which is in red, and it will take you to the next page. Once you have selected an event, it will bring you to the event page itself. This is what it will look like currently. It has the title of it and then the information that might help to explain what is going on in the event or any necessary notes that you need. For the Spring Fling, it's important to note that you will have 3 different categories of volunteers: classroom helpers, carnival games, and free PlayStation, which we'll explain on the next slide. But the important thing is that we ask that you just choose one spot from each category. If you want to do multiple spots, we would love to have you, but this just kind of helps to even it out so everybody gets a chance to volunteer. And I can promise that we will need all possible hands on deck for the day to be great. Things to note: volunteers can be parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, older siblings, but we ask that they are at least 16 years of age and that they're willing to do the task that we need and to work. We also ask that you do not bring any siblings or other children that are not serving as volunteers, because this is a time of reward for our Corley students and teachers for all of their hard work this year. If we have siblings and other children trying to play, then our students won't be able to have full opportunities. This year's Spring Fling is going to be a little different than in the years past. There will actually be 5 stations that the students will rotate through with their pods. That's the reason we're having each class have its own sign up, to make sure that we get ample amount of volunteers for the entire day and for all of the stations. So you'll notice on the left hand side of the screen where there's the purple arrows, there are 3 different categories. There's the classroom helper. These volunteers will stay with the teacher and the class during the allotted time and will rotate with them to the different stations. The next station is the carnival game station. This particular volunteer category will actually stay at the carnival station. It does not go around with the class, so you may be working with a different class than your child's class, but it's still really important. We have lots of carnival games and need lots of volunteers to help run those through the different times. Then the free play station is much like the carnival in that it is not associated with your child's class necessarily, although you could be signing up for a time when your child will be in that station. Free play has a lot of fun things such as sand art and some other activities that your child is sure to enjoy as well as you. On the right side of the screen, you're going to see the time columns. Within each category, there are certain times. So for the classroom helper, there's the 8 to 9:30 a.m. slot which for Miss Barker's class already has 2 people signed up, and that is all that we have allotted for that particular time slot. But there's nobody signed up for the 9:30 to 10:45 or the 12:45 to 2. You'll notice there's a 2 in parentheses there. That's how many volunteers we're needing for those particular time slots. In the carnival, as well as the free play stations, they have 7:30 to 9:15. That allows us to get some help to set up before the kids actually come out for the activities. 9:15 to 11, 12:20 into 2:15. And those slots, we only have one for each time frame with each class. But if you want to volunteer and there's not a slot, again, please feel free to contact Jessica Edmondson or send a message through your teacher, because we will need more volunteers. This is just the easiest way that we could come up with at this time to make sure that we have as many slots as possible covered. Once you have selected a time slot that you would like to volunteer at, and it will come to this page to get your final information. The 2 arrows in red note the 2 questions that have to be filled in order for the form to submit and reserve your volunteer slot. So that's your name and the name of your child, so that we can make sure as we're coordinating things that we know which child goes with which parent. The 2 green arrows note the optional information. It is nice to have your email so that we can give you updates as well as with your phone, but it is not necessary if you choose to not give us that information. Up at the top where it says My Comment, where the blue arrow is a place where you can leave us information. So if you want to volunteer in the 7:30 a.m. to 9:15 time slot, but you need to leave by 9 a.m. so you can get back to work, here's where you would put that comment. And it's absolutely fine to give us those things. Because we want you to be able to have a time with your child and to help. And we understand that sometimes work and other obligations only allow us to have certain amounts of time. So please feel free to leave us those comments so that we can make adjustments as we need to. Then once you've filled in everything that you need to, all of the information, you will click on the Sign Up Now button at the very bottom of the page. The last screen will be a confirmation to let you know what you've signed up for, the time, your comments, and so you can see everything. It also gives you an option to add it to your own calendar if you want to do something of that nature, as well as being able to contact Jessica Edmondson, who is coordinating the volunteers for this event. If you want to sign up for more than one, or you decided suddenly, hey, I need to go back and sign up for a different one, feel free to go back to the back to sign up and make any additional reservations for a volunteer slot. Or if you need to make a change, say something happens and you actually need to come in at 7:45 instead of 7:30, or something changes, you can also go back into the website the same way and make a change to your reserved time slot. Again, if you have any questions or concerns or anything, please feel free to contact Jessica Edmondson. She'll be happy to help you in any way possible. We thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you at the Spring Fling.